Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to paint few wildflowers. These are very simple wildflowers and I'm going to use 300 GSM watercolor sheet, and this is size 4 round brush. So I'm going to use this size 4 round brush for all the flowers for today's painting. So let's start with the first one. So create one line. You can create in any direction. We have to follow this direction while creating flowers. So I'm using orange color, so I have mixed orange and yellow together, and I'm creating these small flowers having 5 petals into it. So I'm applying little pressure into my brush and creating these small petals, but you can keep little variation in the petal size and shape. So when you keep few petals bigger and few petals smaller, you will get different perspective of the flower. So you can do that as well. So basically whenever we create a group of flower, the perspective is absolutely needed. So you have to learn how we can paint different perspective of the flower. I have already created one video around this, so if you want you can go through that particular video to learn how we can paint or how we can draw different perspective of the flower. So you have to follow this line to create multiple flowers. We are going to create 3 flowers. So in the first one you can see the flower structure clearly and the flower size is little bigger. I'm keeping few flower in different direction as well, like towards left and towards right, wherein we cannot see the face of the flower, something like that. And when you go towards upward direction, you can keep flower buds like one stroke petals, something like this. And then you can add ovary of the flower with different colors. So I'm using red color. I'm not going fancy in here, just keeping it simple. Now I'm starting from the top and adding green structure into it. So green structure is little bushier in the top and smaller in size, like small petals or buds you can say at the top, but little bushier. And then when you go towards downward direction, you can add sepals around the flower and you can add leaves in between. Create the middle stem, and we are going to attach all the flowers and leaves together with this particular stem. Do not keep any flower hanging. Just attach all the flowers and leaves together with the main stem. So I'm adding small leaves in between the flower as well. And then I'm going to create little bigger leaves at the below section. I'm keeping it little like longer and wider leaves for the first one. You can use bigger brush as well if you're not comfortable doing bigger things with this smaller brush. That is also fine. Now we're done with the first one. Now let's move to the second one. So for the second one I'm creating 2 strings. So basically I'm going to create 2 group of flowers and I'm using pink color. So create one petals like this with the help of pink color. So first we are going to create our main flowers. Main flower as in we can see those flower structure. So basically it is also a group of flower, but we can see few flowers clearly. Now cover the pink petal with the purple petals and create a conical kind of shape. So I'm covering the pink petals with the purple petals like this and creating little triangle or conical kind of shape. And I'm repeating this for all the pink petals that we have. So these are our main flower, and we are going to add other flowers as well. Now with the help of pink and purple color only, create few other flowers like simple one stroke petals you can add around this string. Few bigger, few smaller to add little variation. And this will look like we are seeing flower in different direction. And now once done with the flower, for the main flower, I'm doing it for the main flowers only. I'm adding small sepals like green structure below to the flower and attaching those with the main string. So these are the fine detailing. If you want to avoid this, you can definitely do it because it's anyways very small flowers. But if you can do it, it's absolutely look pretty. Now at the top of this string you can add multiple green flower buds and leaves, small leaves like we did in the first one. Make it a little bushier, and wherein we can find little space, like in this particular space we can add multiple green structure. And wherever you can add those green leaves to make it a little bushier. So this is definitely different from the first one, but we are following the same process what we followed in the first one. Now add the middle string so that we can attach all the flowers and leaves together. And we are going to add bigger leaves at the bottom section like we did in the first one, but this time I'm keeping it little longer and fine structure as compared to the first one, so you can keep a little variation in the leaves and the flower. And we're done with the second one as well. Now let's move to the third one. So for the third one I'm keeping 3 strings, and third one is simplest one and the easiest one. So if you are new in the watercolor, you can definitely start with this one. So what I'm doing is, with the help of pink color, I'm creating this small petals kind of structure, like group of petals in alternate direction, and I'm repeating this for all the 3 strings. Like we don't have any shape, we just adding these petals around these strings and creating a group of petals. Now I'm repeating the same thing with the help of blue color, and I'm doing it in every group of flowers, every group of pink flowers, and I'm tapping to create small petals of blue color around the pink flower or pink petals. So this is the simplest one. We don't have to think around flower structure or color combination or anything. Just tap to create few petals and create flowers like this. Now with the help of green color, create middle string. And then with the help of green color itself, add leaves in between these flowers. So I'm adding one stroke leaves, which I can clearly see. It's not like what we did in the first and the second one. We can clearly see the leaf structure. And just repeat this process in all the 3 strings. You can use different color combination for the flower as well. I'm using pink and blue, but you can use anything, whatever you like. You can use different shades of green as well. It's totally fine. It's totally up to you. And I have followed same process for all the 3 flowers, so you can also follow the same process and create your own flower structure and your own flower combination, and add little longer leaves at the below section, like foliage kind of structure. Or grass kind of structure for this one. If you want, you can also add little yellow color petals as well in between. And we are done with all the 3 flowers for today's painting. Hope you have liked this video. Do let me know if you guys have any feedback for me, and thank you so much for all your love and support, and thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video.